Hi, how is everyone doing today? I am on a little bit before 8 o'clock. And I thought I was going to be late, but I am not. I had dinner already. I don't know if you've ever cooked dinner and no one's home. So I was like, I made this nice dinner and everybody's running late. And so everybody's come and gone and eaten and everything. And I have some apple crisp waiting for after the training. So it's a nice fall day here and just eating a little bit late. It's a busy time. It's a busy time here. Hi, Evan. Hey, everyone. I'm glad you're able to get on and view the training for today. It's not going to be long, maybe about a half hour, and you can catch the replay always because I leave the trainings up here. And I'm going to jump right in because I know people can come on and watch after. So, hey, Misty. So I wanted to talk a little bit about November because we had such an awesome October that I know November is going to be equally as great. We have some sales going on right now. We have that special. You spend $50. It's for customers when they go on your website. Then they can get some shades for 50% off. So that's a great sale. And I know we should be expecting some other awesome sales. According to Tom, I haven't gotten any information. We do have a director call tomorrow. We have monthly directors calls. So maybe they'll let us know then. I don't know. Usually they're confidential, but you never know. Sometimes they do give us advance notice of sales. So this month is one of our biggest months for sales. It's November. And everyone, as you know, will be shopping for holiday gifts, right? And now is the time to start. Some people, wait till after Thanksgiving, but right now is the time to shop. And hopefully you have your calendars all booked for parties. So I wanted to show you something I've come up with. And I want to give a huge, huge shout out to Jessica Lai if she's on here watching. She helped me put what was in my head on the paper, and we took a couple of days, actually maybe 3 or 4 days to get this together, and she did all the graphics, so it came out wonderful. And when you see it, I think you're going to like it as well. So we came up with a holiday show guide, and I want to talk about that. I didn't want to just put it up as a graphic because I want to explain how to use it. And the first thing I want to say about the guide, and I'll show you pictures of it. I have two versions. I have a Canada version and a US version. And I want to tell you that these are not meant to replace the catalog, okay? I don't want anybody thinking that we're replacing a catalog. It is exactly what it says it is. It's a show guide. And if we use these correctly, these can become a great tool for when you do your parties. And it can help you in a variety of different ways. I have a list of reasons why the show guides can help. I'm going to come back for questions after if you guys have questions. So I'm just going to explain now. So essentially, we have our holiday catalog out right now. And as you know, a lot of items are selling. They're selling great, right? We got a lot of items that are out of stock, and some are coming back. The Snowboy will be coming back. Here's the Snowboy, and then the Redbird Cardinal shade. So I wanted to give you guys ideas of how to do your shows and not get so wrapped up in things are sold out. What am I going to sell? We have a whole catalog. We have a lot of items that would make wonderful gifts for the holidays. So we want to highlight those. We don't want to talk about the things that are sold out. So developing a show guide is going to help us. And now I've said it a few times, so you're probably wondering, what is this show guide? So I'm going to show the US one first. the Canada one is the same as the US. It's just different pricing. So they're basically the same. And what this is, it's essentially, it's 2 pieces of 8.5 by 11 paper. Okay. Now, I'm envisioning that you can print this out. We're going to have PDF files, which are great because the PDF will allow you to print it out. You can't edit it. So you could just print it out. And if you want, you can put your name on them or whatever. And you won't need the font and all because everything's embedded in the PDF. So you want to print out your master. And again, it's 2 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper. I'm hoping you can see it on the screen. And they're double-sided. So if you'd like, you can make your master copy. You print it out, and you can go to the library if you don't have a Staples or something near you. And for a fairly inexpensive amount, you can get so many copies of your show guide. So now for a party, normally you would have 10, 15 people. So I would think you would be okay with at least 10 or 15, which is not a lot. So we wanted to make something, I wanted to develop something that wasn't going to cost a lot for us to produce. It doesn't have a lot of ink on it, so it should be good. But then again, if you're going to copy it, then it shouldn't cost you ink at all. The price would be just to print it initially off of your printer and then take it somewhere. Or if you don't care and you want to print it on your printer at home because you're only printing a short amount, that's fine. So the show guide is, again, not in place of the catalog, but it is to help you move along with your show. Now, and to have your guests know what you're going to show. So behind me, I have a display of, I hope you can see it, of some of the items that are in the show guide. And now I'm not going to have a lot of items when I'm doing my show. I'm going to have my simmering lights, my simmer pots, your shades, something from every category. But to do your show, you don't want to have an overwhelm and give too much, show too much. But you do want to have a nice display, right? And then have things displayed on your table. I don't know if you can see, as they are bundled, okay? And you're going to see in here we do have some bundles as well. So let me go back to the guide and then we can go back to the table. So what it's going to show in the guide, I'll put it up so we can see it. I should have did this in Be Live. So the first page has simmering lights. So we chose simmering lights that are now currently in stock, do you see here? And so we gave choices of what they can get and then also suggested some bundles. So here it has a bundle for $58 if they got 3 jars of sprinkles and a simmering light, okay? We did that because then they would get free shipping. So you want to mention that too. And I know that's not the case in Canada. There's another brochure for Canada. I'm just showing you this one. So then again, and then we show the simmer pots that are in stock right now. We have some really nice simmer pots in stock that would make great gifts. We have the the snowman simmer pot, which I think is so adorable. And the gunmetal simmer pot and the iridescent one, the burgundy, is very nice also and it's more like a, like a neutral. So these are things that we have, and again, suggested items that can go with them, which is great because it's going to give your customer an idea of, what we have. This is like the basics, okay? This is the basics. And it's going to, on the following page, I took it apart. Let me put it back together. Because what it is you're going to print out the 2 pages and then fold them in half because it makes a little booklet. You can staple them if you want also, I don't have them stapled here. So you're going to have your holiday guide, you open it up, and you get your simmering lights here. And then on this page, it's hard to show. Hold on, I'm backwards. Everything's the opposite when you're on camera. So then you have the page that says perfect holiday pairings. And it shows and gives ideas of shades that we currently have and what they would look like, and what they could look like with different liners underneath them. So for instance, we have the Red Lantern is available, and that looks really nice with the Aspen Pine liner underneath it, the warming shade, and also it looks great with the flurry shade and warming shade, as well as the plaid. The black plaid looks nice too, because if you notice in the ribbon of the lantern, there's plaid in there as well. So we do have options. I know in our catalog that what was shown featured with the Red Lantern is sold out. But if we give other suggestions to people of how they can use the lantern without that, then that would be a way to display it. You want to give your customers, oops, I don't want to hit the table. You want to give your customers ideas of what we have in stock and what we have bundled. I didn't want to, now I know you can go ahead and get the sold out stickers and all that, so you could do that if you want. I'm suggesting a show guide. That this is not a company guide. I see that people are wondering. This is something that I've developed. Jessica put it together for me. She did an excellent job, and you will get a PDF of them. You'll be able to use it. There's going to be 2 versions, okay? So what's great about this is a few things. First of all, it's going to keep your audience kind of focused on what you're showing. It's not going to give them too many ideas of, you know, they won't get confused with a huge big catalog. And again, we're not getting rid of the catalog. We're using this because it's going to show people what you're going to be showing them tonight. It's like, what am I going to be showing them tonight? And why is that good? That's good because if you book parties off of your parties, you can have another show guide. We're anticipating doing more show guides. So you can have a version A guide. You can have a version B guide. You can have a different theme. Like this could be my holiday show guide. I book a party with my girls that are regulars, and they've been doing so many parties that their next party, let's do a different theme. Okay, so let's show something else. When you're doing a party, you don't want to show everything in the whole catalog, right? So there's going to be reason for people to want to come to the next party so they can see other things. This is not, you could do this with a blend bash. You could use this concept also online. If you do an online party, you can use these same bundles that we have, and you're going to see we've created these bundles, and I envision these, we put them in the guide, but we can also take these bundles, and what I had initially wanted, and we wound up incorporating them into the guide, but we can still do this, is I wanted these bundles. Do you see them here? Like we have the bundle for gamers, the bundle for the whiskey lover, the bundle for him, you know, different gift giving ideas, the wine lover, the world traveler. We're going to have those little cards, and I know if you were at Reunion, you should see on the display, we had little cards, and you could put them here. So like here I have the wine bottle, and I could put it paired with the red crackle, and on the bottom of my display, it'll be the wine lover bundle. You know what I mean? And then you sell it to, or you pitch it to, or you propose it to your customer as a bundle and a suggestion for what they could buy. So that's going to be in the guide as well, so they can see different bundles. These are not reduced prices, okay? These are not reduced prices. These are the prices in the catalog. These are just showing them when they buy everything pictured, how much it's going to cost, okay? So that's how we're doing this. And this will help you as far as sales because it's going to upsell. You should already be having, like when somebody orders something, I know I get this a lot. Some people don't understand and they'll say, oh, I want this shade, like the football shade. Say they want the football shade. Well, they don't realize that the shade's not going to do anything, that they have to get the simmering light to go underneath it. So whenever you're doing your coaching or your orders, when people come with their order forms to you, you should be going over each order form with your customer and saying, oh, Susie, yeah, I see you want the football shade and you ordered your sprinkles, but there's no simmering light. So what this does, this actually puts everything all together and shows them, excuse me, and it shows them what to purchase together for that package, okay? So we have the page, we're on page 3, I skipped ahead. So you got the perfect holiday pairings, and then the next page, we have bundles. And again, just highlighted some things. This one says just add soaks, and we put together some fun holiday themes because we wanted to keep it holiday. But remember, just because it's the holidays doesn't mean everything has to be a holiday themed item they're purchasing, right? My hostess next week wants the wine bottle, so I'm bringing that. And that's a practical thing. They want that for every day. People don't necessarily want holiday items just because it is the holidays. They want gifts for their relatives or whomever. So they want, you know, gifts that they can use all year round. So if you present it to them in a way that looks nice, you know, it's got the little holiday, you know, the pine cones and stuff. It still looks festive, but it's stuff that can be used all year round. So everything isn't how you present it. We can't be running around, oh, you know, what am I going to show? What am I going to show? There's a lot of things that we can show, okay? And we got to focus on them, right? When you go to a store and you don't, you know, you walk in the store and you don't see an item, you don't know it's there. If you don't see it, you don't know you're missing it, right? Now, when I say that, I also want to say that, again, I keep saying we're not replacing the catalog, and in a minute I'm going to show you what we're going to do about that. This actually will save you on catalogs, okay? So we'll get back to the guide. So you have little bundles here, and then when we turn the page, because a booklet, because we made it a little booklet, you can do this any way you like. I just thought the booklet form was nice. Went ahead and added some holiday recipes inside the back. They're a little small. They're pretty good size. You know, people should be able to see them. But so there's some recipes, okay? So there's some recipes on here too, which is another good thing because your customers can see, oh, wow, I want to mix that up. And they'll want to buy all of those scents to make that up, okay? And then on the back of the show guide is all the soaks, all the sprinkles, and all the fragrances. So it's just a small little guide. Like I said, it's only 2 sheets. Now you're going to have to make sure when you copy them that you copy them back to back, or again, if you take them to a Staples or someplace, they'll let you, they'll help you if you're not familiar with making a booklet, because it can get a little confusing. You want to make sure you do it double-sided and fold it in half. And again, you can staple it if you want. And here is your show guide, okay? Isn't that great? Now, you're wondering, okay, but I want them to be able to see the catalog. So I actually have a party Friday and I'm waiting on catalogs. I only have about 4 or 5. Normally when I do my parties, I do these, and I did a training on this. I have these little folders I bought, and I have the catalog, and I put in, you know, the party special. Now I have Scentflare, even though it's in the catalog and the order forms and such. Okay, but I'm running low on catalogs. So what you can do, you can make up 1 or 2 of these. Okay, this is a binder. It's a Clearview binder, okay? With Clearview, I mean it's got a pocket here and it's clear. So I took a catalog, I opened it up, took the staples out, cut up the center, and I put it in the binder. So each page here is just like a catalog. Now, you can make 2 of these, 3 of these, however many you want, and put them on the coffee table. So 1, it's big and bulky. No one's going to walk off with it, right? You're going to save money because you're going to have this here. And 2, you're going to, you know, you don't have to show them. Hold on one second, sorry. So what was I saying? So yes, so it's going to save you because you don't have to get a lot of catalogs, and it's very convenient. Just put it on the coffee table and print everything out in Clearview sheets. Now I got this at Walmart. You can just go to Walmart and get the Clearview inserts. They're like a couple of bucks. The binder was like $2, and just leave it out, okay? So you could do a couple of these, and this way, if somebody wants to see more than what you're showing, they can flip through. And then maybe they might choose something that's out of stock. I don't know. But you want to make sure before you go to your party that you print out the out of stock report in the back office on ZebraNet under resources. Under products, you want to make sure you go to the product section and make sure you see what is out of stock. That is a very good idea to do before you do a show. What we did with this guide is currently everything is in stock, and as things go out, if they do, we can always easily update this, okay? So that's 2 little ideas. You know, you get this on the back. I just put a lot of stuff inside this. You can even put, I've seen people do other binders, a brag binder. They could put, party on the goes, ideas. You could put any ideas that you want in this binder. I have a join brochure. So you can do this, again, if you're short on catalogs, but I think it's great for this concept because we are a little short on some of the stuff, and I know people are saying, what am I going to show for my show? What am I going to show? So now this can be used, this could be fun for a theme. You can do one all like blue and silver, and you could tell your guests to wear blue and, have fun. And then, you could just show blue and silver items on your display, or blue, white, and silver. I know every year my sister has a Christmas tree, and that's all she has for Christmas when she decorates is blue and silver. So you could do different themes of what you actually show on your table. And as you can see, I don't have a lot here. I have one of each thing. I have like the soaks category. I have the crackle shades, the simmer pots so they could see them. And let's see, the candles. I always show, when I do a show, I make sure I have the Hope Fruity O's and a jar so they could see how big a jar is, so they could actually see it. And then the Hope, you want to talk about the Hope program. And then, of course, you want your Paisley's Pick, which is our bronzed amber, and they can see how big a carton is. But you don't need a lot, okay? You don't need a lot. I also have a game that I'll be playing, and this is that book Roll Win. I laminated it. I got my little die. So I'm ready. I'm ready here. Got my samples. Well, I don't have them all out, but I just wanted to show you how easy it is and what you can do during this time when everyone's worried about what they're going to show. Okay, so let me run over my notes and make sure I covered everything. So again, I said it's not entitled, and we're not saying we're replacing the catalog. It's a show guide. And I know I thought of this idea because I've been in direct sales a while, and I knew of a company that had so much in their catalog. They had like thousands of things in their catalog, and they had like one of every color, and so people would be there forever trying to decide what they wanted. So this can be used for that instance, or for us when we don't have as much or stuff is out of stock. But you can use it to your advantage because what you're showing them is bundled ideas, which it's proven that when you show someone bundles, it's going to increase your sales because they're going to see different ideas of how they should be. Now, when you set up, I do want to say, you can ask your hostess if she has a table for you, or you can improvise, go on their coffee table, set up some of the items as they would be naturally in a person's home. So ask the hostess if you could set the wine, the wine shade up near her bar or wherever in the area of where the party is, so it's welcoming and people can see how it looks in a home setting. So that's another idea if you're strapped with space. But using this guide is going to help them, the customers, be focused. And I think we captured pretty well everything that we have. Like I said, There's other items. They can look in the catalog, and you can always offer that. You can just say, this is the show guide, okay? And we haven't put these show guides up yet, Yvonne. We're going to, I didn't want them to be posted. I know Jessica has her own group with images, but this isn't a case where it's just an image. This is a concept, and I wanted it explained, and I wanted people to use it right. Yes, they don't want what Jessica's on. Hey, Jessica, I just noticed that you're on. Sorry. So, right, if they can't see it, they're not going to want it, right? So, but I think we gave enough sampling of items in here of what we have, okay? So, we will be posting these PDF files here. I have to work out the details of how we're going to do it. We made it very easy, though, because trust me, between me and Jessica for the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 days, we've been like putting them upside down. Like, I don't know, the pages weren't running right and stuff. So, and I used to do publishing for a living a while ago. And I just, you know, if you haven't done it in a while, you get confused with the pages, but everything is easy peasy for you. It's already a PDF to print out. So, now let me get back to my notes here. So let's see, showing us items that go great together and that pair well together and gives an idea of different pricing for bundles. So that's another thing. We gave different price points and different prices on this brochure. So your customers that maybe don't have as much can say, oh, for $34, I can get a nice gift, you know. So we put it that way as well. So it was set up like that. Let's see, we talked about the bundles. We talked about how this could be a shorter show also. When you are just showing the key things, it makes it better, you know, more time for the people when they come in to mingle, and they're there to talk with their friends. This isn't a blend bash. This is a regular party, but you could do this for a blend bash too. You can use this show guide. But this is a regular party, so people are there to mingle and whatnot, and they don't want you up there for for an hour talking. So this makes your show condensed. It helps with bookings. So if you get a booking off of it, you can do maybe another theme or another show different items. So you want to keep track of the items that you showed. So I know when I used to do a lot of parties, I don't do as many now, but back in the day, I would make note of a party, if the party was booked off that party, of what I showed. Like if it was if I showed a different thing or theme, and then at the next show, I mixed it up a bit. So the same group of people aren't seeing the same things over and over again. Same with games and stuff. You try to change it up. So that will help with this. These were done in Canvas, or excuse me, Canva. These were done in Canva, but they're not, we don't want you guys going in and recreating them. So they're PDFs, okay? Everything is good for you. You don't have to do anything. You can put your name on it if you want, stamp it, and however you want to do it. And like I said, print them out for your shows. And again, I think once we see how these go, here's the Canada version, we'll be doing more of these. I know me and Jessica talked, and we're going to be doing more of these. Again, it will help you save on catalogs, and that's it. That's the concept. It's been a process. Yes, it has been a process. And I really felt bad every time I had a change or anything. But Jessica, I've discovered, is like me, because last night we were working on it and it was late. And I think you work more night than I do, Jessica. So I was like, well, I'll do it in the morning. So I woke up early in the morning and I'm moving everything around. I'm like, got it all laid out. And then she gets on and she's like, oh, I did that. I'm like, oh man, we were both doing the same things because we both wanted it perfect. We both wanted it perfect for you guys. So, and I knew if we were going to launch it and show it, we wanted it to look right. So I think it came out wonderful. I hope you guys are happy with it. For now, I guess we'll post them here and then figure out how else to get them out. I think I've covered everything. If you guys have some questions, I'll look right now to see if we have any questions. I see a lot of thank yous. I know Jess does a good job. She took what was in my brain and put it on paper, which is a hard thing to do. Yeah, it looks really nice. It looks very professional, right? Again, when you're going to staple them if you want, but you could take them to Staples. And you can use these even to, for a Facebook party. When you're doing a Facebook party, as a matter of fact, when I was trained, I've done so many different trainings for Facebook. I've done the tag team training, which is in this group, the tag team training. We had a separate group for that. Tag team training had different albums where they had you have the people go into an event or group and shop from an album. So it's the same concept, but this is just a show guide, okay? And what else did we do? We did Belinda Ellsworth's training with Lindsay. She talks about bundles, okay? We've got the bundles in here. We've got the albums in here. We've got a little bit of everything. So you can also do this for a Facebook party. You can use the little bundle deals that we have. I know when I did my training for our Facebook parties, gosh, it was a year or so ago, I did everything in bundles, and that's what I showed. And when I showed it, it made everything flow because every bundle that I showed during my show had an item from our catalog. Okay, so if I was showing the beginners, the beginner Pink Zebra beginner package or bundle, it had a little bit of everything. And if I showed the bundle, my show flowed easier because I was talking about that and not going on and on about everything else. It was putting it to just, showing him what the bundle was, and it made it flow easier. So bundles are great, guys. If you're not packaging and doing bundles, and I'm not saying you're saving, knocking prices off. You could if you want to, but these are what the prices are. And there's some really nice gifts in there. That Wine Lover bundle is great. And there's people out there that have people that are hard to buy for, and that would make a great bundle. The wine bottle and the wine trail sprinkles, that make a really nice gift. Any more questions? I'm going to be trying it out Friday. I normally have, like I said, these folders. These I got at Walmart, I think, back to school time. They're like, I don't even know, $1, maybe not even. And I usually put my order forms in them. I just had one out here. Make sure on your order forms, guys, that you're putting your labels. Where's my order forms? Here they are. So I always put the order form on there, and I put my label on their copy, your customer's copy. And I do that because that's the copy they're getting. So when they go home, a lot of times consultants don't fill that out. The person goes home and says, I forgot to order the, sprinkles I wanted. I got to call the lady. There's no number. Well, if you have your label on there, then they have your contact information. So make sure on your order forms that you do that. Okay, that's my label. I do everything in Avery. So I have that in my folder. So you can do that. Just have a bunch of order forms on the coffee table if you don't want to have these. Okay, you can just put your order forms on the coffee table, however you want to do it. But there's different ways to doing it. I'm not saying my way is the right way. It's a choice. You can do whatever you want. This is great too when you have a trade show. If you're doing an event, I always have a binder available for the people to flip through. Catalogs can be expensive, and I don't want to have to give those out to everybody so they can flip through. You could buy the purse brochures if you wanted to do that, and just make sure you label them. So I don't see any more questions. And I don't know if Jessica has anything to add. I don't know if I could. I don't see any comments from Jess. So there it is. So I we'll post it in we'll post it now in a album. Why don't we do that? Jess will make an album in here in Pink Dollar Divas and Dudes, and you can access it there. Okay? So that's it, guys. I hope it works, and this is going to be a great, great month. And I know we're going to have a lot of sales. This is traditionally November is our biggest sales month. Don't let the out of stock things get you discouraged, because it's a good thing. I know you're thinking, well, how is it good? Well, there's other things here that there are to pick from. And the Snowboy actually is coming in. That's not really out of stock. That and the other shade is coming in as well. So they will be coming in, but just don't focus on that. Focus on what we have. Don't focus on what you don't have. Focus on what you have. And essentially that's what this guide will do. Okay? All right, guys, have a great, great night. We'll post this out to you. And if there's any questions, just, you know, hashtag it here, replay, and put the question, and I'll be searching. And I know maybe Jessica will too. If you have any questions, we will answer them here. Okay? Thank you. Bye-bye.